It was a seemingly normal day in the bustling city of Oslo. Little did two Tesla occupants know their lives were about to take a chilling turn. Imagine the sheer shock of realizing you're not parked, but accelerating. The driver, in a state of disbelief, watches as the familiar cityscape blurs into a rush of color. Before he could comprehend the situation, the cold, unforgiving waters of an icy fjord start to consume the vehicle. Picture the passenger's fear escalating. One moment they were on solid ground, the next they were sinking into the icy depths of the fjord. The world outside the car windows turned from a bright city day into a murky underwater scene. The sensation of falling, the bone-chilling cold seeping in, the panic setting in. It's a nightmare from which they desperately wish to wake. The car, once a symbol of luxury and safety, now transformed into a sinking cage. The icy waters began to infiltrate the car, turning it into a freezing, watery tomb. Their breaths fogged up the windows, the only barrier separating them from the icy abyss. As the icy water started to seep into the car, both occupants found themselves in a terrifying and life-threatening situation. Just when the situation seemed dire, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. Enter our unexpected savior, a floating sauna boat bobbing gently on the icy fjord. The boat was skippered by a man named Nicolai Nordahl, whose quick thinking and bravery would soon be put to the test. Nicolai, noticing the commotion, turned the sauna boat towards the sinking Tesla, his mind racing as fast as the icy waters around him. The sinking car was a chilling sight, yet Nicolai remained calm and collected. His actions were swift, his movements precise. He navigated the floating sauna boat expertly through the icy waters, coming up alongside the sinking Tesla with a skill that spoke volumes of his maritime prowess. As he approached, the occupants of the sinking vehicle, a driver and his passenger, clambered onto the roof of their rapidly submerging car. Their breaths were ragged, their fingers numb from the biting cold, and their hearts pounding with fear. Yet as they saw the floating sauna drawing near, relief washed over them like a warm blanket on a cold night. Before we continue with this riveting tale, we'd like to remind you that if you're enjoying this nail-biting narrative, do consider liking our video and subscribing to our channel. Your support enables us to bring you more such captivating stories. With the floating sauna now at arm's length, the driver and his passenger made the leap of faith, landing safely onto the deck of the sauna boat. Their relief was palpable as they were pulled into the warm embrace of the sauna, their shivers slowly subsiding, their breaths returning to normal. Their brush with death had been averted thanks to the bravery and quick thinking of Nicolai. With the victims safe on the floating sauna, Nicolai had proven himself a true hero. The icy fjord had been their potential watery grave, but instead it became the stage for a remarkable rescue led by an unexpected hero in a floating sauna boat. With the crisis averted, it was time for reflection and recovery. As the icy fjord retreated into the backdrop, the aftermath of the incident unfolded. A Tesla, once submerged, was hoisted back to the surface by rescue personnel with a crane, its glossy exterior bearing the scars of its unplanned plunge. The driver of the car, whose identity remains undisclosed, confessed his blunder. In his words, he believed the car was in park when he accidentally hit the accelerator, a stark reminder of how a moment's lapse can lead to unforeseen consequences. This incident underscores the importance of safety precautions and constant vigilance, especially when operating heavy machinery, yet amidst the chaos and confusion, a beacon of heroism emerged. Nicolai Nordahl, the skipper of a floating sauna, wasted no time in extending a helping hand, proving that extraordinary courage often lies within the most ordinary of us. His quick thinking and swift action played a pivotal role in averting a potential tragedy. In the face of danger, it was the courage and quick thinking of a floating sauna skipper that turned the tide of this icy misadventure.